Hello everybody, hello and welcome to Thigh Company Gaming. This is Thigh Company here, and I'm happy to have you all here today because today we're going to show you all a tutorial on how to beat Drift Space here, guys. Drift Space here by Grow Kingdom. Grow Kingdom is a Roblox game here by Pretty Bad Games. Shout out to Epic and Pro. And let's go ahead and dive right in and show you the ultimate tutorial on Drift Space. Alright guys, so I'm actually here on a different account. I'm on my One Mobile 2 account here. And I'm in my super awesome Drift Space clothes, guys. This Drift Space themed clothes, man. Pretty wild, pretty epic. It's actually classic clothes here on Roblox. This was purchased back when I still had tickets around Roblox. That's how old it is. But I got an arrow here. But yeah, man. So, why on earth I have an arrow? I don't know. I know there's a... I'm pretty much standing completely new here. But what's funny is, I don't know, maybe because I have a new account, it's kind of glitching out on me here. There you go. So yeah, they're actually trying to get me to do the tutorial first before I even do anything. Yeah, this arrow, for whatever reason, maybe Epic knows why it's doing this. But I'm trying to basically get this all done here. Alright, no worries. But yeah, basically, the goal here is to get Drift Space on, so just ignore the arrow if you can. But on my new account here, this is meant to be Drift Space themed, right? Whoa, pal. Come back to here when you have an expansion. Oh, okay. So let's see if it's possible for us to do Drift Space from a brand new account. It might not let me though. So let's see, man. Let's see. Because worst case scenario, I might just give my character more cash and stuff to do. So somewhere here, there's supposed to be Drift Space buttons here. So that's the first part we gotta do. We gotta look for Drift Space buttons. They should be around the map here. They usually are near one of the rocks or something. Oh, here we go. So yeah, you see these little purple cubes here, guys? I'm talking about this one right here. If you hover your cursor or your mouse over it, you'll see that it's clickable. But you gotta look for you gotta click like 4 of these purple squares here, and then it will take you to Drift Space. So that's one. We gotta look for the other ones. Usually I have to make a lap around the map, but that first rock is one of the places usually one of the 4 places it spawns at. So what I'm actively doing now is I'm looking around the map for other purple bits and stuff like this. Here's the next one. Next one's on this tree right here. So this tree right here towards the back next to the bush. And it just turned nighttime, but you gotta click on that. That's the second one. Okay. So, third one is here. Towards the back, so the right of Sakam here. Sakam. Click on him. So that's the third one. Now I don't remember I think there's 4 in total. So now, the last one should be in Billy's shack to the right corner of Billy here. Yep, there it is. Alright, there you go. So now your screen's going to turn all purple. And here it's going to say corrupted. There you go, and you got some music playing here. There you go. Kill, die them all. They hate you, they hate you. Alright, there we go, that corrupt music, guys. And now I'm all purple here, too. You'll notice me all purple here. That rock and roll music playing, too. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Alright, and it should teleport me here to the Drift Space momentarily. There we go. Oh, it's trying to load here. Eventually, it'll load. just keeps shaking for some reason. Alright, so how long is it going to shake? Let's see. Well, it's still shaking. So, so the question is, how long is it going to be shaking like that, right? Okay, so I can't reset. Yeah, it's just shaking my camera over and over again. Usually by now it would teleport. Oh, there, nope. I think it's trying to teleport. I don't know how long this screen's going to shake for. Okay. Well, if you haven't seen my other drift space videos, definitely take a look at those as well. Alright, well, the music's still playing, so well, let's see. So, it's not teleporting for some reason. So let's try this out. Usually by now it will teleport. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave the game and rejoin. Because clearly, for whatever reason, the teleport is not working. I don't know if it might be because I'm a new player or a new account. But let's try to leave and rejoin. Alright, so let's... Well, at least we found a glitch in the game. So let's try to rejoin. Let's see, does it take us now to the corruption map or dimension, or is it going to take us still back in the game? Let's take a look. So the game's loading up right now. Let's see here. So I hear the music playing. There you go. Prosperity starts with builders. So maybe that it wants me to start the game first, and I'm kind of forcing it to do something against its will. Might be. But that shouldn't be the case, though. Yeah, so it still didn't teleport for some reason. Hello? Show quests. Whoa. Slow down there, pal. Come back to me once you got expansion 1. So I wonder if it's an expansion limit. So we're going to try this out again, guys. So clearly it didn't like something I did. I might have been too fast in the game. So let's try this corruption thing one more time, see what happens. Because it might be just something I can post as a glitch video then. Worst case scenario. Alright, so purple is not here, because sometimes it does kind of teleport around. So we'll just kind of go through the list of places where it could be. So let's try the tree here. It is behind a tree this time, okay. So that's 1. We'll kind of go on a loop here. There you go, there's 2 behind the rock here. Alright. 3 should be 1 either in Billy's shack or on the rock there. Let's see. Which one's it going to be? Alright, are you hiding secrets, Billy? Yes, you are. So that's 3. Now let's try the 4th one here. Let's hope this time it works. If it doesn't work, then something's glitchy. Alright, let's just look, guys. Alright, there we go. Corruption. Or corrupted. Alright, there we go. Kill them all, die, deserve it, kill. This guy's probably just like, what in the world is going on? There we go. Finally, drift space. Dimension of the corrupted. Alright, well at least we got a glitch that happened. So basically, if you get glitched out like that, it's because you just gotta reset and try again. Alright, so this is the drift space, guys. It's weird. crazy world. So first thing you gotta do, you got to get to this little bar end. Some people jump through here, but I just skip that. I just go ahead and ignore all this platforms here. Because the question is like, why? But if you feel like you can't jump down, these platforms are there to help. So the first thing we got to do, we got to get on this area here. All right, and this part's like an obby to get the first artifact here. So carefully, this is a little janky there. There you go, got to jump on that. So time your jumps there very carefully because I've fallen for that before if you've seen my first video. And then the first artifact is on this here. And you'll see this cube here. So this little white cube here is known as Artifact A. So we're going to go ahead and take that. There you go, Artifact A. Cool. And then just jump down here. Now the next thing we do, so now we're off the obstacle here. We're in this big area here, right? You'll notice there are some statues around the map here. There's one over there. There's another one kind of towards the middle, I believe. They're basically scattered across the map here. But we'll just walk over one just to show you what it looks like. You don't have to, especially if you're going to be trying to like speedrun the drift run or something like that. But just to show you right quick for the sake of this being a tutorial, you'll notice that you'll see these like Roblox or Robloxian statues here. And they'll have a number on the Robloxian. And then here it says speak the numbers. So you'll see one that says that has number 3. There's another one somewhere around here. I don't remember where exactly, to be honest. But you'll notice basically you have to, it says speak the numbers. So that means in chat, you have to type in the numbers 3, 8, 4. So 3, 8, 4. Press enter. And you'll get the second one known as Artifact C, guys. Which is a book here. Book's pretty useful, right? You also notice my character's all flashy with purple lavender colors there. So the next part that we're going to do is involves walking further down this vast field of the abyss of the drift space here, right? You'll notice there's a character here on your left. There's a house with 2 windows here on the left as well. These floating pillars here. These floating pillars also take you to like an altar like area here. So here it says complete the altar and link drift space to the facility. And everyone's been asking, what is the facility? How do you get to the facility? How do you unlock the facility? But this is the altar here. You'll notice these 4 boxes here, well, not boxes, they're pillars here, pedestals. And here you got to sacrifice these items here, for example. So I'll go here, for example, press E, press E and hold. And you should be able to keep the artifacts. It doesn't really matter how you have it. There you go. Artifact A just came back. And so you do that to each artifact, but that's for later. So we go back to here, and you'll notice there's this weird building on our right here. It looks like a cave. And you'll notice inside this area here, when you walk towards here, there is what appears to be something like an underground bunker. Some people call it a science lab, a tech lab, or storage area. So let's go head inside and see what this area is all about. So we walk over there. You'll notice a computer screen on your top left with sparks.
Hello. I seem to be in a pretty bad situation.
So this is a computer here.
You fix those tubes. They got messed up when I got here. I'll reward you.
So you got to help the computer here. His tubes are messed up. And you're thinking, okay, well, I got to fix these tubes. So what do I do here? So you'll notice there's a room here with a bunch of chairs. Some of the chairs are broken. Some stuff are just thrown around. And then there's another room here past the shelves with just some more storage area. There's a black wall here. It doesn't do anything. And this room just has shelves knocked over. So we don't need to care about this second room here. But what we need to do is go over here and you go to this chart or this little diagram here. What you have to do is connect the tubes from the green square on top here, the top left, to the gray area there. Now you just notice here it says something is watching you. So while you are in the drift space, every once in a while, a creature or a zombie or an entity, whatever you want to call it, basically it's a Roblox person who's glowing purple and acting crazy. If he touches you, it's game over. You're basically going to be kicked from the server, and you got to rejoin the game and get back into the drift space from the start. So what we're doing now is we're going to go ahead, click on these black little sections here, these columns here, and we're going to go ahead and have it connect out here. There we go.
Here's the reward. It's a weird speed coil.
So thanks. Computer says thank you. Here's your rewards. This weird speed coil. Press E, and this is Artifact B. And what's nice about Artifact B is the one artifact that lets you walk faster, almost like a running speed. So I'm going to use that. And now I can run around in the map. So now I'm going to head out of this little lab. So to clarify, this is not the facility. So people might think, oh, this is the secret facility we need to get to. No, that's not it. It's just a little storage area. So we're walking around. So next part, to get the last artifact that we need, I'm going to go and jump up here. You'll notice the house here with the 2 windows. The house with the 2 windows here does not really have anything. It's decoration, essentially. Okay, there's another statue over there, by the way. If you're looking for the numbers, that's one of the other statues. But I basically saved you some time here instead of wandering the abyss. So the next thing we have to do is past this building with the 2 windows here. There's a large block here, large black block, and you have to go to the left side of it. And you follow the left side past the corner here, and down this area here, you'll see a purple door or gate here on the right side. You have to go over to it here. You'll see some lights on each side, and there's a black, like a door here. So you'll see here, press E to enter the dungeon. So I'll do that. Alright, so now we are in the dungeon here, guys. You'll have lights turn on here. And you'll notice here, a nice little thigh here. Thigh company here, right? Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. There's nothing past this wall here, so there's nothing to go do there. But if you go down here, you will see a big set of black doors here. Once we go in, you'll see an awesome cutscene and an awesome fight. So who is this? This is Luminar. Face me with the blade of the unworthy. If the light accepts you, it will come to you. Luminar fight, epic fight to be worthy of the Luminar Artifact D, which is the last one, guys. So alright, now you're equipped with the sword here. You gotta fight Luminar. It's starting to get dark. So press E to block, guys. And everyone's been saying spam E, but in addition to spamming E, I recommend to avoid any kind of like magic attacks or area attacks. If he's trying to do melee attacks, keep pressing E or spamming E and try to walk like clockwise or counterclockwise around him if you can. But Illumina's got a lot of health here, and I know the developers of the game, they're looking to buff to buff Luminar. Oh, there we go, we just got tickled. So if Luminar beats you like it just did, you basically get disconnected. But in this case, all you need to do is just rejoin. So we'll do that right quick here. And it's funny that you get kicked out like it's a moderator kicking you out. But we're going to rejoin to fight Luminar again. And I know that the developers have said specifically they want to buff Luminar to make him very tough to beat. So don't be surprised if you do fail, just like we just did now. But the idea is that you keep going until you defeat Luminar, right? Now, the other thing is that once you're in the drift space, you are stuck in the drift space. And nighttime's very dark here, too. So I'm going to try my best to get down here if I can. Oh, for example, that didn't work. If you fall off the map, like into the water, it'll kick you out as well. So we're going to try to rejoin again. But unfortunately, nighttime in this game is so significantly dark that a lot of players that I've talked to, they just wait for it to be daytime. And they just sit and kind of stand and wait for the moon to pass. But what's nice, though, is with the artifacts, I think Artifact A kind of works like a flashlight. It's not easy, though, but it does emit a little bit of light. Like you see now that it's glowing, you should see like the blocks here are kind of glowing here. So if I drop down, I believe I should be able to perhaps see this area. Yeah, there we go. So you see like a little slight gray area here, right? Oh, that didn't work. As you can tell, because of how dark it is. It's just kind of annoying to have to leave and rejoin. This is the one part that I wish they had like a light or something. So it's not impossibly dark. But I've heard of people changing up their computer settings and turning graphics on higher and a bunch of stuff to get the lighting better. Plus you do have this like purple haze that kind of messes things up too. So let's see if that by chance would work. I think this could work. Wish us luck. Okay, that seems to have worked. Nope. Yeah, as you can tell, when it's dark, it is dark. Now, my biggest question for this is how long is the night cycle in this game? It kind of sucks to just be able to just have them stay still. So if they do make changes, I would say the first change is to make the night cycle at least somehow brighter. So you don't have to just sit here and wait for it to be daytime. So as you can tell, the moon is just about above us. Oh, the zombie just got us. So when the zombie touches you, like you saw just now, it is effectively kicking you out. So, got to retry again. And unfortunately, I wish I could skip this and make this much faster. So, let's try to load up again. There's people in chat, they're saying I can fall asleep while doing this. I don't know if I would go to that extreme. Alright, complete the altar and link drift space to facility. Well, I don't see any creatures around. So it might be easier just to kind of drop down here and wait for it to be daytime. Oh, hello. Sometimes I don't know why my camera keeps kind of trying to reset into the middle there. But unfortunately, I kind of have to just wait here for daytime. But we can stare at the moon, man. We can see as the moon sets, it will begin to start getting brighter again. There you go. You can see the moon now setting past the block there. So this is kind of the only downside is that you have to just sit here and wait for it to become day again in this world. Probably another thing that could help is to get the Artifact A and get Artifact A brighter. I don't know if it doesn't really seem to help that much though, if we're honest here. But perhaps, oh, there we go. It started glowing again. But again, I can barely see. I can't even see this path to get to the main area, which kind of sucks. Well, that's why these orange platforms are here. Alright, so the moon's setting now. So, it should begin to start getting brighter. Kind of feels like the moon's taking forever to set, though. Oh, there's that zombie, by the way. So that's what the zombie looks like from above. Well, I guess we'll do. You see, it's daytime now. So we'll use the speed coil here. Now we see the speed coil, we're just gonna go straight here. There we go, now we're in the main area. So now we're gonna go back and try to fight Luminar again. So we just keep following these platforms. And go back the same way that we did before. Walk past Thigh here, because Thigh keeps dying for some reason in this game. But yeah, let's go fight Luminar again. Alright. Oh, hello. Hey, isn't that funny? I can walk around. Alright, let's fight this guy. Let's try to be smart this time. Alright, my screen's black. There we go. Keep pressing E, Thigh. Keep pressing E. So let's try walking counterclockwise and see. Oh. For some reason, this guy was, Oh yeah, try to avoid his purple attacks if you can. But this guy's... I think they boosted this guy's health. So one guy keeps telling me I got spam E, but I'm noticing it's not being too... Whoa, hello, Black Spike. There we go, now we defeated him. So, I don't know where he just went, he kind of just disappeared on us. But we defeated Luminar just now. And once you defeat him, you get Artifact D, which is Illumina here. And you can use Illumina to fight off the zombies here, by the way, too. So that's pretty cool. This is what the fight area looks like. Pretty nice. Got these swords here. And then the Illumina sword here. Pretty nice, right? Alright, so let's go back into the altar, guys. Alright, bye-bye, Thigh. So guys, if you have not already, if you like this tutorial, make sure you do like and subscribe as well. So let's go back to the last part here. So let's go to the altar. The music's pretty nice here too. So you have that music playing once you beat Luminar. Alright, so we gotta go back to the altar now. Alright, so running all the way over there. So up the stairs. Also, I've been told that Artifact D can be used to fight off these guys. Let's see. Let's try that out. So they are 2-hit. Yeah, and it just gets frozen in there. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so Artifact B. Let's put Artifact B there. Might have to have it selected. There we go. So there's Artifact B.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. Artifact C goes here. And then I believe this is Artifact A. Or no, Artifact D goes here. My bad. There we go. Now we got the portal, the gate open here. So now all you gotta do is just go into the gate. Alright. So now you're taken back into the main world. But we've unlocked the facility award here. And you get teleported back into a weird looking sci-fi area. So this sci-fi building here, this here is officially the facility here. So pretty cool, guys. So now you're asking, okay, what is the facility? What do I do here? What do we have going on here? So when you get into the facility, the first thing you'll see is this pink neon light going on here. And you'll see a floating object, and this is known as here, purple blueprint, known as the altar blueprint. So that's how you get the altar here, guys, because everyone's asking how to get that. Cool. So that's the first part. Now, if you go back here, you won't really see anything on top of the blue panel, but you'll see what looks like a control panel over here. So you go to the control panel, and you'll notice here it says none, and you got arrows and a teleportation system. You'll notice that there's a dial here, and if you go up and down, it'll kind of select areas here. If you go to the top here, you'll see drift space, and then you press the teleportation button, and a gate will spawn, and this gate takes you back to the drift space. But we don't want to do that. We want to get back home, right? So now you're taken to an option of two places. We have Mikrolo and Tynarla. Tynarla takes you to a small uninhabited island here, which doesn't really do anything. And Mikrolo will take you back to the main area, back where your base is, where you can grow a kingdom. But for the sake of the video, for the tutorial, let's go to Tynarla. We go to Tynarla, and it takes you to this abandoned remote island here. Okay, you'll walk around. You won't really see anything here but rocks, bushes, and trees. But you walk around, try to figure out, okay, is there something here? You know, am I missing something? You walk around, and then eventually you find this tree here with a note. Okay, what's this note? Let's take a look. I, Solus Licona, devote my life as a child of Ren. With Ren capitalized in all caps. So you're like, okay, I wonder what that is. But then you'll notice the main island here. It's like, oh, let me get back to my main island here. Let me go back to growing my kingdom. So I'm heading back to there. I don't really see anything. Well, because it's raining, but if it's clear weather, you'll see people building their kingdoms here. They're like, okay, cool, I want to return back to my kingdom. I want to return back to the main game. You notice, oh, I can't do that, because there's invisible walls here. So like, okay, how do I get back to the actual game? Am I kicked out of the game now? No, if you do this, if you leave the game, and then you come back to the game, it will take you back to the standard original game. So we're loading back into the game right now. And you will still have, I believe, your stuff. So let's see. It looks like, oh, so actually it did take us back to the facility, so that's interesting. But you still have your altar blueprint here, so that's good. That's the main thing that we're looking for, which is this purple, basically drift space looking themed blueprint. So let's go back to the main world. So instead of going to Tynarla, let us go to Mikrolo, the green pad here. And this will take us back to our game. Pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. So now we have the altar, guys. So people are probably looking at this thinking, okay, what does the altar do? So if you put down an altar, your builder's got to build it. I don't know how long it's going to take to build it. But essentially what the altar does is it acts as a defense beacon. If somebody starts attacking your kingdom, it will summon ghosts. I believe there are 4 ghosts that it will summon, and it will fight off any thieves, anybody attacking with an army to your kingdom, and pretty much anything that poses a threat to your kingdom in the game. But yeah, guys, I would say Drift Space, man. Drift Space is a very fun, a very unique, new addition, new update into the game right here in Grow a Kingdom. Alright, guys, pretty cool, right? So let us go ahead and wrap this up right over here. So yeah, guys, what do you think about Drift Space, man? The new Drift Space update, the tutorial, man. I would say it is very unique. First time playing it, if you don't look at any tutorials or anything, it's quite a challenge, especially since there's not really any direction of what you're supposed to do other than, you know, the top little bar of basically the instructions. But it's not really, you know, insightful as to what exactly you should do. So I do understand people needing to have a tutorial to know what to do in the game, but that's why we're here. So guys, you also noticed that here on Thigh Company Gaming, we were actually in the game as an Easter egg. So, you know, I highly appreciate it. Thank you. Big thank you to the people at Pretty Bad Games for including us in there. But guys, if you have not already done so already, make sure you do. Subscribe to Thigh Company. Subscribe to Thigh Company Gaming. Hit that bell icon so you do get notifications for future events here on the channel. Otherwise, guys, thank you all for watching today's video. This has been Thigh Company. We'll see you all in the next one. Peace out and take care.